السلام حبايبي قاعد نتفرجوا فينا كل معاكم السيوس نرجعوا ليتس بلاي 428 شيبويا سكرامبل ولا مش غلط. مش بيلي قلت شيبويا بالغلط. anyway so قلنا من المره اللي فاتت باش نكملوا في الاستوار نتاع كانو باش نرجعوا للاستوار نتاع كانو. شوف وي غلط ايوه سي بون هذيك هي ولا نورمالمون ما يجيش تعطيني توا البوسيون خاطر ما خذيش. اوكي Concentrate, keep your eye peeled. Sasayama gave Kano a pat on the backside and slipped away into the next car. Yes! The suspect, meanwhile, was still staring at the window. The announcer's electronic voice filled the train compartment. Next stop, Harajuku. Huh? Kano almost cried out. The suspect was moving towards the exit door. Apparently, he was only taking the train one station down the line. The train pulled into Harajuku station and the man got off. I'm Abe. The area east of Japan Rail Harajuku station, corresponding to Jingumae 1 Kuromu in Shibuya. 1 Kuromu in Shibuya. Once a bustling Tsukuba or post station. Bustling, yeah, where travelers could rest while journeying across the country. Oh, in modern times, bustled instead with high schoolers after school displaying flashy youth fashion, clothing and accessory stores and fast food restaurants line the streets. Many cutting-edge trends in Japanese youth culture get their starts here. Okay, interesting. K-pop culture reference. The detectives disembark accordingly. Following him, the suspect walked along the platform and took a seat on an empty bench. He was checking to see if he had a tail. Sticking around on the platform at a station where you just got off was pretty unusual behavior, yeah. Sticking around, yeah. Sitting around. Not wanting to arouse the man's suspicion, the investigators from the MPD made their way down the stairs as inconspicuously as they could. Shit. Kano, however, had a sudden inspiration and went to speak to one of the station attendants. Sorry to bother you, but I think I left something on the train just now. He tried to keep an eye on the man on the bench as he fed his story to the attendant. The suspect sat silently on the bench, attaché case clutched securely in his arms. He didn't really look like he was checking for a tail. Was he waiting here for someone else then? Tokyo! Before long, a train heading counterclockwise around the loop arrived. Direction inverse, je suppose. The man rose from the bench and stepped up to the boarding area. Wait, what the heck? If this guy's got on the counterclockwise train, wouldn't that just take him right back to Shibuya station? The man boarded the train. Kano had no choice but to follow suit. Was this guy playing them? The suspect got off again once the train reached Shibuya. All he'd done was go to Harajuku and come right back. Kano reported it to Kuze. The suspect has returned to Shibuya station. Acknowledge, keep tailing him. Kano felt himself growing increasingly paranoid. Yeah, the criminal organization didn't seem too keen on getting away. And here was HQ giving these guys free rein. Something was off. He was sure of that. As he tailed the mark, Kano took out his phone. What were Tatano's instincts about the case right now? Tateno. If the senior detective had any advice, Kano would love to hear it. He dialed Tateno's number. Okay. The line rang a few times, but nobody picked up. Probably he was too busy seeing to Hitomi's safety. Kano felt bewildered. They'd been letting the suspect lead them around for over an hour now. During an abduction case, you generally don't update the victim's family on any development in case they try to interfere. Kano could only imagine what the Osawa family was going through right now. From a jump in there. After a short walk from Shibuya station, the attaché case was handed off yet again. It's a black guy! This time, the recipient was a tall, dark-skinned man. Again, the Shibuya-based task force split into two groups in order to tail both suspects. Kano stuck with the man who had the case. Okay. الفان الازرق ولا as his previous men had done, the newest suspect wandered around the Genzaka for a while. Oh, reportedly looping around and around the same locations was a weirdly roundabout way to make a series of handoffs. Excuse me, detective? Okay, le proof, huh? Carol turned around with a start. Oh hey, he said. I know you. It was Leland Palmer, the lecturer who had been an eyewitness to the kidnapping. The man practically radiated concern. How is Maria doing? Is she alright? I'm very worried for her. His Japanese was more halting now. My heart is with her family. Kano gave a quick look around. It didn't appear that they were being watched. Maybe Palmer knew more than he told police earlier. If Kano talked to him now, he might get some additional clues. If the syndicate spots us, my cover's blown. We're hosts. Can't stick around like this. I can't stick around like this, I'm sorry. The syndicate spots us, cover's blown. We can't stick around like this. Leland, I'm sorry, but at this stage I can't share any details. Is that so? Oh yeah, of course. Leland cast his eye down and hung his head. Please don't worry though. We're still hard at work investigating. Ah yes, thank you very much. With that, Kano turned away from the lecturer and went back to tailing his suspect. But he was not there. Rumi there? Voila. What to know? He pulled his phone from his pocket. It was Rumi again. It was weird that she'd called twice when she knew he was in the middle of something important. Had something happened while he was waiting at the cafe with Shizu? While she was waiting. Kano picked up hurriedly. What's the matter? What's the matter? You know what the matter is? Rather than Rumi's soft... Rather than Rumi's soft soprano, it was the threatening masculine voice that came over the phone. Kano felt his whole body stiffen with dread. Is this my father-in-law speaking? I don't remember being anyone's father-in-law. The speaker's tone was firm and flat. Now, just like I like. I know. I just kind of found himself at a loss for words. So you're dating my daughter, huh? Sir, yes, sir. Kind of barely squeaked out his reply. Thinking about getting married? Yes, sir. And speaking of which, I'd have the chance to sit down and have a nice lunch. Then how long are you gonna keep me waiting? Hurry up and get your ass over here. Oh, how very much kind of wished he could do exactly that. Sir, I would, but forget it. The words came, you can't have her, goodbye. What the fuck? What? Sir, please wait. As kind of cried in desperation, he heard Yurumi's voice on the other end of the line. Give me my phone back, Dad. You can't just use my phone like that. You were taking too long in the bathroom. Oh my god! Give it back. Rumi kind of tried and failed to keep the heartbreak out of his voice. Sweetie, what's wrong? Your father just said he doesn't want us getting married. What? Dad? What did you say to my boyfriend? Listen to you, calling that boy little pet names and whatnot. I think you're a little too attached. It's her boyfriend? She's supposed to be attached? Daddy, you haven't even met him. Well, he wouldn't be attached to her boyfriend. That's why I told you to have him come see me. How long is he gonna make me wait? Kind of listened as the two argued on the other end of the phone. The phone must be lying somewhere between them. Could this get any more awkward? Rumi, I'm sorry, kind of shouted apologetically into the mouthpiece. This is all my fault. Please, you don't have to fight like this. The phone clattered as Rumi scrambled to bring it to her cheek. No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Sorry for what? It was Shizu again. Sorry for what? Grumbling in the background. You have nothing to apologize for. Oh my god. حاسو هيك قاعد ندخل في حياتهم البرسوناج والله. I'll deal with my father, Rumi said hastily. You just focus on work, sweetie. I know you're in the middle of something really important. That's cute. Thanks, Rumi. Kano was legitimately touched. Yeah, I'll do my best. Kano hung up and went back to the task at hand, more determined than ever. But the guy was not there. Okay. For Rumi's sake, not to mention the victims, he needed to focus on cracking this case. This attaché case. The man who was tailing was walking several meters ahead, but it was easy to spot him. After all, he was black. He was a black guy in Japan. سوري. او ماي جاد قديش حبيت الجوكي من هكا في الجو هذايا. Damn, this game is pushing me. It's a joke. Again, it's شكل white guy اللي قاعد يحكي عرفت. There was genre أنا نجم نقول الكلام هذا خاطرني أنا مانيش واحد. No, that's not what I meant. There was no telling when Kuzey might give the rest order. مش كان بسويات قبل. مش توا من قبل في أول الجو. كان brace himself to spring into action the very instant the order came down. ممكن تحط له. ليه خطايش البنانة ولا خطايش اللونات هما قبيلة. Anyway, mobile command to all units. Once more the director's voice came in over the wireless. Was it time to make the arrest at last? We've identified the man who first picked up the attaché case by the statue of Hachiko. No arrest yet then, but still a crucial development. Yeah, this guy. ايوه ولا عربي جمله. طب القاعده بتاع تعريف طلع تونسي. His name is الطريق القروان. قروي معاه. طلع قروي. طارق القروان سبوز كروان ناش قروان في قرواني. He's got priors for larceny, illegal possession of narcotics, you name it. He belongs to a foreign criminal syndicate that's operating in Shibuya. في بالكم بذاك كل قبل كانوا felt his apprehension rising. طلعت ونسيب رسمي. If this syndicate was behind the kidnapping, they were anything but amateurs. And though they might be leading the police on a wild goose chase, they certainly weren't playing around. عجبني fast playing around choose case. تبي كنتينيو. God damn it. علاش تبي كنتينيو. لحداش جات. النهار جاء. النهار جاء. For an hour now هو قال. ظهر لي غير درجة قاعدة ولا نص نهار. Wait, timeline. Yep. So خلطنا الاتشي وكانو. ظهر لي ذوما شوية نرجع نعملهم كانو ما فماش شوية. شو الشوية اللي عندي هنا. Maybe I should after all. أمي نوما كملت تبي كنتين معناها ما فيش غلطة مش bad ending دونك شو عملت bad ending. Okay. Actually, Leland, do you mind if I ask you a few more questions about the party where the kidnapping occurred? Leland squared his shoulders. No, please, ask anything. Do you know what time Maria showed up at the event? Leland hesitated thinking. Probably around 6 o'clock. She was there when it started. Was there anyone else there who stood out? Stood out? How? Like someone who you usually wouldn't expect to see there? Leland tilted his head. No, I don't think so. Everyone there was a student from my class, including exchange students. Not much new here, kind of thought. He decided to ask one last question. Did you happen to hear why Hitomi was running late in the first place? Oh, no. Sorry, I'm not very helpful, am I? Leland dipped his head in apology. That's alright. Thank you for the cooperation. Please, help Maria. I will. Kind of parted ways with Leland and went back to telling this suspect. But, ولا نفس الحكاية. I guess نفس الحكاية. Good. Bad endings list عملتهم الكل أنا. Here you can check for hints as to why Henry did. مسكين كانوا. تمام عملتش وسوا عملتش. Okay. باهي دونك جوست معلومات وكا جوست ما حدش نفس الشوا. عليك ديك الساعات تلقى فما دو شوا اما بيسيكلي فما حد شيء ديفيرون في جو اللي فيها الشوا يصلح هكا يخليك تخمم ما تستحقش تكون تخمم برشا. It's like overthinking اما the good way. دونك تو ما عندنا حد شيء نجمو نعملوه. شو هاد الشوا اللي عندنا هنا ما عملناهمش؟ Stuck in the cat costume. ما نذكرهمش هذا. ممكن فما bad endings ولا حاجة هنا ترى. هاد bad endings كل اليوم. Grab the head with both hands. Okay. جا. Grab the head in both hands and yank it. come on, no matter how hard I pull it won't come up. Ow! اوكي باهي هذه نذكرها. صار نفس الحكاية. شو في قصد لي هنا شو في قصد لي هنا والله دحشة. نزل شوي الثلث. مش دوخ نفس الحكاية. What gives? Won't come free no matter how hard I try. Back it off. I think it's because I've got this dull throbbing pain in the back of my head. Like I bumped my head somewhere. Oh my god! تمام مش تطلع برية. Like she oh fuck. تمام مريم مش فيها ناس كل شيء هي لكن ضرب قبيله قاعد تقول تلميحه تعرفون على خاطر ما يجيش ياسر اوبفيوس فاست ضربت راسها I don't remember anything about it شنو اما ضربت راسها خاطر ممكن خاطر وجع لي في راسي interesting very interesting بس كنحلوا الاخرين سي بون اوكي فما شويه خلي هنا شنو شويه هنا drink some هذه فاست زال سكام No, I don't need to do these. أنا presque كمان كلهم to be continued. To be continued, to be continued, to be continued, to be continued مازال أسوا. Let's email. Okay. اسكو بوها زعما؟ شو تقولوا انتو معي؟ بوها ولا؟ Let's do this. ليه عاد؟ لا. No. No, لحظة. Back to title screen, yes. نحب الترانزيسيون تاع الأخر. نحب الترانزيسيون الأخر. هذا حبته 4 سوايع 5 سوايع. 9 سوايع. Impossible 9 سوايع. Time played 9 سوايع. Impossible 9 سوايع. سجلت 7 حلقات أنا توا ليه؟ يحسب لي حتى الوقت اللي entre temps holy shit هلا حبيت نفتح نشوف الانيماسيون بتاعه ايوه سوا وظهر لي برسمي بوقت فصل ويل ستاتس حتى الممثل اللي ظهر لي نعرفه مش سير تو منظره ما شفتوش wealth status honor I left it all at that Tony, Nilfi, Skoda. These are the treasures Goldie Rusher left at If you want my treasure, come and look for it. Pays in a reference of peace. None of these mean anything to me. All I want is a peaceful life. Yeah, but you kinda gotta be wealthy and honorable. Honorable to lead a peaceful life. Kind of. To put worry behind me. Stay calm and serene. To be free of worldly concerns. God damn it, كان مش لعبت كل they wish for this. I wish for this, ناش كان لعبت كل they wish for this. Free at any cost. زي خرج من الحبس هذا. That would be interesting. Copyright يلزمني نغني خاطر متأكد اللي والله نعرف أغنية دي شو هذا برسمي نعرف أغنية ليه copyright ليه a cheery rhythm pumped in the CD player set up against the study wall it was the latest hit from Aya Kamiki the songwriter sensation who was blowing up the pop charts stop it دلحس Kenji Osawa لقب Osawa reached for the stereo remote on his desktop زي الحس الخرا he ratcheted the volume up a little louder stop it Yeah, you don't look that happy though. He looked like the sort of man who would be more interested in classical music, but in fact he was a huge fan of the girl rock popular with middle schoolers. Okay, alright. Closing his eyes, he swayed back and forth in time with the music, humming his favorite lyrics under his breath. But his movement faltered. It's no use. Aya's voice usually soothed whatever ailed him, but today even she couldn't help. It's not the father, right? Today Osawa was a complete wreck in both body and mind. Can relate, buddy. I can fucking relate, buddy. ايبولا هذاك. فيروس تاع الايبولا هذاك. UA virus. Interesting. Mounds of paperwork were scattered around the desktop in his study, all of it about viruses and vaccines. It had only been a week since he'd returned from a business trip to his company's branch office in the US, and he was slated to go back in another week's time. There was a truly staggering amount of work he needed to go through while he was at home. He picked up one of the papers, glanced at it aimlessly, then tossed it back onto the desk. Slumping back in his chair, he let out a long, deep sigh. He wasn't in no mental state to work right now. Can relate, buddy? It's not like I have work. Faint knock on the door barely roused him from his torpor. ما يغركمش نضحك كي نلعب كيرا. Anyway, director, may I come in? Director? It was his vice director. Okay. Mamoru Tanaka. اسمه عاد. اسمه هذا محمد صالح في اليابان هذا. Sure, doors open. أمان copyright تربحكم عليه هكا. Tanaka came into the study. محليل الحيط حسبي قدراته. I know it's not a great time, but Osawa could barely make out his words. He tapped his remote, lowering the volume of the music. Alhamdulillah عليك. Tanaka continued apologetically. A call came from the lab. They're hoping for a response to the email they sent yesterday. I'm sure they didn't need it today. They don't need it today. Apparently they do need an answer as soon as possible, sir. I did ask them to give you some more time, but I see. Osawa said wearily. All right then. Tanaka dipped his head slightly and slipped out of the room. Shikatanai. Ain't got no choice. I gotta do it. Osawa contemplated his colleague. Tanaka was a man he could truly depend on. He has enough of his own work to do. He didn't need to come here again today, but he did. They'd been working in close concert ever since Osawa had gotten back to Japan. Without Tanaka's support, there was no way he would be in a mindset to do any work at all right now. Sliding up to his computer, Osawa opened his email program and started answering the work-related messages. He reported on his business travel expenses, offered his opinion on capital investments, requested confirmation on current medical stockpiles. He worked with bleak detachment. None of this meant anything to him right now. Then a new email appeared in his inbox. The sender was identified simply as A. The subject line was 1 year ago, South Africa. It's the black guy! The message body was blank, but there appeared to be multiple images attached. Ordinarily, Osawa would have deleted the message like this immediately, assuming this contained some kind of virus. But he was a virus, so it's not like But the word South Africa drew his attention. 1 year ago, I don't know, could this possibly be related to... He couldn't help but to wonder. For a long moment, he hovered the cursor over one of the image files. At last, as if spurred on by the upbeat rhythms in his ears, he double-clicked the mouse. Quarantine zone. What is this? The grainy photograph showed a large room with a dozen or so people laid out in beds, apparently to be some sort of medical ward. Osawa felt a strange flutter in his chest. He quickly opened another image. Resident Evil. This one showed a close-up of one of the patients in his bed. Large red blotches covered his face. A large volume of blood appeared to be dripping from his ears and nostrils. What the fuck? A cold shudder ran up Osawa's spine. Kabir, what the hell? His symptoms. It's Fortnite. They're playing Osawa opened up the remaining image. Ain't got nothing against Fortnite. ما قارن. Oh my god, PUBG, lol. It's wannabe gamers. I'm sorry, apparemment partie est importante في الجو donc نسكت خير. Each new picture showed another of the patients. They all بلي جابوني في لي كومنتير جماعة قاعد نتفرجوا لي انتريسي في الليتس بلاي هذا. اسكو يقلقكم لي كومنتير نتاعي شيء كمان هكاك ولا؟ I really need to know. I'm not gonna promise لي باش نقص, but I really need to know الحق. Each new picture showed another of the patients. حتى ممكن تخرجكم من immersion وكل. They all appeared to be teetering on the brink of death. There was no doubt about it. These people were infected with the virus. Wait, no, stop كده صحيح. The virus belongs to the family of philo. دي نفسها كانت مكتوبة في الوحدة. نفسها كانت مكتوبة في الورقة الأخرى. قيدها بارتي هذه. قيدها في قلبي. Filoviridae, genus Ualikivirus. It is a member of the same family as the Ebola virus. I know my shit. And causes Ebola virus fulminant hemorrhagic fever. Because the fever is capable of airborne transmission. Oh, that's bad. Although an infected individual cannot pass on the infection before symptoms manifest. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's GDC have assigned the virus to risk group 4. There is classification for the most dangerous infectious agents. Group 4 نتاع كلير على الآخر. خاطر نتذكر جروب 5. جروب 4 سي ابيديميك تاع فم. جروب شلون كانت تكل بعضها كانت تصير معنا. جروب 5 هي كميش غلط هي جون ساي it's the end of the world بالاخر معناها مش يمنع حد. بالاخر نشوف حاجه عرفش يجي حاكم يجري برجع فيروس كلاسيفيكيشنز. اوكي عليه ظهر لي اللي قادر فيه من تو قدامي ماهوش هكاك. اللي قادر فيه من قدامي تو نتاع حسب الدي ان نتاعهم الكلاسيفيكاسيون فيروس كلاسيفيكيشنز ابارامون هكاك. اش بيك دقيق كيلكو بار قبل apparemment le influenza. Okay, whatever. But how? Question stumbled through Osawa's mind. His fingers tapped out a quick message. apparemment كان يخدم في شيء هذاك يخسر له حاجة ولا معش. He doubted he'd get a response, but he might as well try. Who are you? What do you want? Where are these images from? Kruin. It's all linked now. Tunisia is dead. Tunisia. زي اللي فات لي انا كبرت مع الفرنسي كبرت بارتي معينه زاد على الفرنسي ودورت بعدك انجلي. The UA virus got its name from a Swahili word for flower. The UA virus, roughly 19 nanometers to 110 nanometers in diameter and 500 nanometers to 700 nanometers long, because of its pronounced cycle shape. This is sometimes known as the sickle of death. Well, it possesses a viral envelope, the surface of which is coated in spike-shaped protein protuberances. 1 nm nanometer, 1 billionth of a meter. I know that. Supposedly, this was based on the fact that the propagated form of the virus resembled the petal of a flower. Wow, that's. Despite the flowery name, however, the disease was anything but pretty. UA doesn't just mean flower, it also means to kill. أنا مش نقطة لك هذيك بالسواحيل بالساحلي قريب القروية. And as the name suggests, this virus had a mortality rate of 100% in those managed to infect. Because most details regarding the UA virus has been suppressed, cases of UA infection are largely unknown to the world at large, because all patients known to be infected with the virus and official records have died within a short time frame. The mortality rate is given as 100% as the incidence of known cases grows. the number may drop below 100%, but the mortality rate will likely remain extraordinarily high. True. Logique, it's true. Moreover, there was a very short incubation period between infection, the onset of symptoms, and death. Onset of symptoms هي الانكوباسيون اللي قلت عليها أنا قبيلة والبديك اللي سمته. Inhaled viral particles can spread from the lungs to the lymph nodes. في الآخر نتاع الرويري ذوكم لي تشنية lymphatic. And from there dispersed throughout the body. The virus propagates in several places, including liver cells and macrophages. شو الفرنسي déjà? Macrophages, I guess. نعرف كيف نطق بالضبط. A component of the immune system. Yeah, macrophages هم السيلول بلانش السيلول بلانش. الوايت سيلول بلانش الوايت سيلز اللي سنترال نتاع الوايت سيلز نوعا ما. Destroys the endothelial cells. I don't know that one. endothelial cells تاع البو خاطر انا قلت اندو normal endo تبع السكين ولا within blood vessels. Upon reaching the brain it forms a neutral sludge of blood mixed with other bodily fluid. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Within roughly 12 hours bleeding would set in throughout the body everywhere but the bones and muscles with lethal results due to its incredibly high mortality rate. Oh my god. The disease's very existence had been kept hidden from public knowledge. Sa's computer chimed to signify the arrival of a new email. Sender was A. Ando son? He hurried to open the message. Once again, subject line reads, 1 year ago, South Africa. Your crimes. I am intrigued. My interest is piqued. I stared at those two words. My crimes? I'm so interested. That left him only with further questions. He looked again at the image from the previous email. What makes any of this my crimes? You could see that the patient's bleeding was severe. He estimated that several hours had passed since the onset of the disease. 12 hours? It would be long before... The fuck happened, before their lives were cut short. To feel that agony, that suffering. It's like I'm dead. It's like every day. And then to perish. Am I to blame for that? 1 year ago, ما تذكرش لك شمعت عمني أول. ما تذكرش حاجة فطرت البارحة. Another fiend not bon, come here. يجي كده جاء. ما تذكرش بالحق كمان. ما جبت قنقار. Another faint knock came at the door. Darling, do you have a moment? It was his wife. Yeah. It's actually should be quite the opposite. It's funny because بالشابوني معناها love. بالشابوني معناها love مش غلط ها. مش غلط. So yeah, love hurts, right? It's funny because okay, sorry for the feels right there, but not always. It was مش صار نحكي على بغير فهميني ظهري فهميني. It was his wife. It's funny because تذكر مرته توجع مسكين. Sorry. Yes, come in. Give me just a second. So I heard he closed the email program. No, ما والله يهمني. مش علقة سنو. والله تشكي. Yes, come in. شيش تأثر من بعد لكن. She really looks like a character خارج من Resident Evil الحق. I stepped into the study. The room filled with the scent of her perfume. Nice. Have you reconsidered the whole America thing? She asked. حبي يقعد غادي. This again, Osama thought sullenly to himself. Please, he said. Can we not discuss this right now? If not now, then when? You know this isn't a decision to just make on your own. On his latest business trip, a major American pharmaceutical firm, Umbrella مايش? Yeah, Umbrella أمريكية إشبينيا. Attempted to headhunt him, asking headhunt معناها هجرة الأدمغة يقنصوه asking him to join them and be among the top researchers in the world. هذه بريكو تاع Resident Evil. The money and prestige had no interest for him, and he was reluctant to turn his back on Okushi Pharmaceutical after many years of service, the pharmaceutical company for which Kenji Osaka works. مش قالوا السنتر جاي فيه متاع pharmaceutical company نعرفش هذه ولا. It is a major corporation, so okay, with a solid sales network both domestically and internationally. So yeah, as an annual turnover of 1 trillion yen. That's even more. No, it's less. It's less. It holds patents 1 trillion. House made milliard, man. Right? It holds patents for several medications that are in demand worldwide. It is influential at the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare, and other political institutions. The company employs roughly 7,000 people, including 600 researchers. That's good. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent. Pretty respectable. Nonetheless, he was intrigued by the offer. It would mean the chance to conduct his various research in a much better funded environment. Oh, okay. Taking the job would necessarily would necessitate مخي خلي فهم غلطة في كلامي. Relocating to the US, however, where he had mentioned the possibility of immigrating to she'd shot the idea down on the spot. Her opposition was understandable. Ai's father, Suguru Makino, was a member of Okushi Pharmaceuticals' board of directors. Yeah, no way was he going to let Osawa jump ship to another company. Darling, please. I drew in closer to him. That's kind of scary stuff. Think about it. Think about the kids. Think about it from my perspective. If you leave for America, what am I supposed to tell my father? He'd gotten so used to it, that grating whine of hers. دخلني بيناتهم انا يودي يزي ديجا داخل من بين اسمها انا رومي وكانو ها. Yeah, but you only think about your father man لهنا. Have you considered that might happen to Okashi if you leave, dear? بيحسوا فيك الدارلينج والدير متاعها ما نعرفش. We can discuss that once all this is finished. Osawa kept his voice as level as he could. You do remember that you're a director, right? I said. You have responsibilities. Stop thinking about yourself so much. You have responsibilities. Stop thinking about yourself. Yeah, it's a career, معلم, huh? Oh my God, سكت الباب shit. With a sour look, كما من الأول, I turned and departed. جيت للبير تقولوا ذاك كهو ولا غدم غادي؟ شو يعني بترفع؟ ضربني الفيروس. Yeah, I definitely know the actor. Well, he had known that moving to America would never be a simple matter, regardless of what his wife thought about it. There was another reason, however, the antiviral agent that he had developed at Okushi. Oh. A therapeutical drug used to treat viral infections. Examples include the drug used against influenza and HIV. These treatments do not eliminate the infection, rather they simply inhibit the development of the disease. Okay, antiviral agent. What? The HIV cured? Well, I mean it's kinda cured. There are still many issues with such drugs, including the risk that treated viruses possess or develop a resistance to that makes الفلو الانفلونزا تلقحوا لها كل عام خاطر الفيروس السوش نتاع الفيروس دخلتها توا ديمو تكنيك فوق عليهم مشاكل. Effective academic institutions and pharmaceutical companies worldwide devote tremendous resources to further advancing the field of antiviral medicine. C'est vrai. After the UA was discovered, infectious disease research facility worldwide had thrown themselves into a top secret effort to develop a vaccine. A vaccine functioned by safely introducing a harmless or attenuated version of the virus باش الانتيكور يصنعوا فيرسيون ينجموا يقاوموا بها باش كان تنفكتا ينجموا هذا pathogen into the human body. This triggers the body to produce antibodies against the pathogen, making it difficult for the dangerous version to take hold. نتزعبن كل عام but Makino معلومات عامة ذو but Makino had ordered Osawa to work on creating an antiviral agent, not a vaccine. A vaccine immunized the subject in order to prevent the infection in the first place. So يشتروا من عندهم كان مرة بركة. أما antiviral مع كل فيرسيون تاع الفيروس لازم يبيعوها مرة أخرى. بيسكلي انا مش كازيمون سيغ هذاك باش يصير تو وذاك شنو قاعد يصير هي داير مع الدويات هذاك شنو قاعد يصير فهمنا الحكايه هذه بالحق. Conversely, an antiviral agent could be used to treat patients instead of infected, and was so-called wonder drug for combating the virus itself. It was a so-called. Creating such a drug was far easier said than done. Developing the antiviral has been a long, arduous task, or a trip, or a journey, or a lihat. Only after years of research had Osawa's team succeeded in identifying a substance that might qualify as an antiviral agent for UA. In theory, if it was administered during the virus's initial stages, 100% recovery could be attained, in theory. Data also suggests that an 80% survival rate for patients treated shortly after the onset of symptoms. Oh! But there was a fatal flaw with the new antiviral agent. إذا كان يضرب به عبد ما عندوش الفيروس يموت. The side effects on the body were unusually potent. يقعدوا. If it was administered in amounts beyond a certain threshold, it was linked to life-threatening complications. Isn't this the case مع الكل? For a time, the research was at an impasse. It had seemed that the drug had to be administered in high volume to combat the explosive propagation of the UA virus. But then Osawa had received some fortuitous news. Okoshi Pharmaceuticals nanotechnology technology created and or operated on an extremely small scale, nanometers, often measured in nanometers. There are 1 billion okay, some nanotech devices are literally regulated on the atomic level. The possibilities are ever expanding in practical fields such as medicine and material science. The United States is among the world leaders in the push for research and development. Branch had engineered a cutting-edge device known as the acronym for drug delivery system. Okay, such a system administers ultra-microscopic drug capsules to a targeted area of the body. في بالي شايفها منها الحكاية ذي. ممكن اسمه مش هو. Osawa had jumped on it immediately by administering his antiviral agent with the nanotech DDS. Okay, we get it. Video. He was able to use smaller amounts of the drug to quash the UA virus with precision. Directement. Play a pause بتابع. Because the DDS can be used to deliver a drug with pinpoint precision and only where it's needed, it can greatly reduce side effects of even very potent drugs. The DDS developed by advanced high-tech polymers, which ensure that the capsules containing the drug are fully broken down and eliminated from the body roughly 1 week after administration. I'm sorry. This is serious. The procedure was a huge success. There was a marked increase in the drug's efficacy. Is this a word? Efficacy? What? Wow, تبع الميديسين زاد. The degree to which a method or a medicine brings about a specific result is its efficacy. Efficacy. Oh, no. Interesting. نتعلم. Efficacy, along with the expected decrease in adverse side effects. The pharmaceutical is said to have a positive effect if its use brings about the desired result when treating a medical condition, but many drugs create unwanted or unforeseen adverse effects as well. Given the extreme complexity of most drugs, interactions with the human body, nearly any medicine can have both positive and negative. هذاك ايش قلت قبيله انا فاس السايد افكتس كل شيء نجم يكون خايب اذا كان الدوز تاعو مش صحيحه. The effects, I mean, most drugs are called drugs because of that. Effects has been confirmed via animal testing on monkeys, and now the antiviral was ready for the final development stages, clinical trials on humans. Yeah, we know this. but the very existence of this new wonder drug was still a secret. حبيت في كنت فيديو حددته هو secret. No doubt Okoshi's leadership would be reluctant to see Osawa, the drug dealer, the drug lead researcher, transferred to another company. Still, it wasn't completely outside the realm of possibility. Once the antiviral was out of development and announced to the public, Osawa would be free and clear. For that very reason, he was loath to cause any friction over the drug right now. His anxiety only magnified his concern about the email he just received. Yeah, c'est vrai. Osawa called up Tanaka over the intercom. There's something I want to show you. Could you come in here? He needed a second opinion, and Tanaka could be relied upon. Ojamashimasu. Osawa opened the door, and the moment Tanaka knocked, he looked around before ushering his voice director inside. What's this about, sir? توش لحظة اللي شوي الآخر مع المرأة ما حلبتش بحد شيء جد نقنق برا. This. Osawa showed him one of the images. Tanaka's face went pale. Because he's Japanese. It can't be. Tanaka clearly recognized the symptoms of the UA virus. Any idea what this is about? Osaka asked. No, sir. These images were just emailed to me. The subject line says, 1 year ago, South Africa. That would put it around the same time as the most recent run of infections. Wouldn't it, sir? But then that information isn't... They also predicted Ebola, Tanaka trailed off. Osawa nodded. Did they predict 9/11? The thing I don't understand is why these pictures were sent to me. Osawa opened the other email from A. The second message I got says that these pictures are my crimes. I'll look into this on my end, sir, Tanaka said. He hesitated uncomfortably. Understandably. Sir, just to make sure, are you asking about what I think you're asking about? Osawa said. Tanaka gave a slight nod. Understood, Osawa said. Don't worry. I won't trouble you. I appreciate that, sir. Visibly relieved, Tanaka left the study. This is interesting, Amma. Osawa brought up a folder marked UA virus on his screen. Anyway, this is getting very serious. أيوة حصلوا حكاية فيها ترافيك دورغان وفيروسات. Anyway, so je crois que نقص الفيديو ديالي هنا. نقول نقابل très bientôt suite à Let's Play 428 Shibuya Scramble. وديسي là portez-vous bien. دوك ما نريحكم.